guys, Dr. Rachel Hippolyte here. So today I want to talk about a symptom of mental health issues. Worrying what other people think. Now, this is not only a symptom of mental health. Most people do it at some point in their lives. And probably quite frequently, but when it affects you to the fact that the fact that it's actually affecting your functioning and your thoughts and your happiness, that's when there's an issue. So here's the thing. What I always ask my clients when they've been worrying about what somebody else. Normally, it can be one person, so it can be a family member, it can be somebody in work. That's a big one. And so I always say to them, okay, what's the fact that they think of you the way that you, negatively, the way that you think they do? Is it fact or is it something else? And quite often they actually say, no, it's just a feeling. I just know it's a feeling. And so what's happening there is their unconscious mind is actually making up stories. So they're mind reading what somebody else is thinking about them. And of course, when they're mind reading what somebody else is thinking about them, they're actually putting their views of themselves, so their low self-esteem, their I'm not good enough, their I'm not doing enough good enough job, projecting it onto somebody else, okay? So that's what I always ask. Is it fact? Has somebody actually said, or their behaviours or whatever, actually said, I don't like you, or I don't like what you're doing? And most of the time that's a no. Okay, so if it is fact, here's the thing, okay? If it is fact, it's none of our business what somebody else thinks about us. And it really doesn't matter as long as we feel good about ourselves. And that's the issue, because we don't feel good about ourselves, we're then affected by the fact of somebody else not liking us. Believe me, not everyone likes me. Believe me, I don't like everyone, and that is a fact of life. We're not going to be like everyone, and we're not going to be liked by everyone, and that's okay. We don't have to be liked by everyone. We are all very individual and we're all very, very different, okay? And once you've released that need to be liked, that need to be wanted, that need to fit in, it is so revitalizing. It's a big freedom. It allows you, once we not worry about someone else, what someone else thinks, it allows us to focus on ourselves. And as long as we're happy with ourselves, it actually doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, okay? Now, if it's a feeling that they actually worry that somebody doesn't like you, perhaps somebody at work who don't feel that you're actually, you're actually doing a good job, or you think they're bad-mouthing you, or probably not even bad-mouthing you, you just think they're having negative thoughts about you, believe me, that comes from your thoughts about yourself, and that's the only thing that we can work on. If you loved yourself, if you had good self-esteem, if you didn't need to be perfect, if you trusted that you did your job to the best of your ability, it actually wouldn't matter what anyone else thought at all, okay? And so that's the only thing that we can change. We cannot change, and we shouldn't need to change others' view of us, okay? As long as we are happy with ourselves. That is their business, that is their choice, and that is their life to have the decisions and to make the decisions on who they like, on what they like, okay? Now, sometimes we find that people, there's certain people that can like a lot of drama, they can be very negative, and that can be quite hurtful, okay? So that can be quite hurtful when we know that that person actually doesn't like us, but again, we're not going to be liked by anyone. And the way that I like to think about it is that that person is on their journey. That person is on their journey of learning, just in the way that my life is my journey of learning. Your life is your journey of learning. That's their journey, and everything that's happened to them and the way they behave is based on things that have happened in their past. Just in the same way that my behaviours are based on my identity, which is based on things that have happened in my past, learnings that I've had, integrations that I've had with other people, trauma that I've had, happy times that I've had. Okay, now I've done a lot of work to get to the point where I am today, but that person might not be at that point, and that is that's up to them. That's not up to me, that's up to them. And so when I am working with people, those people that I do work with have taken on that responsibility. They've taken on that accountability to progress, to better themselves, to work on loving themselves. So they've done that, and that accountability is what will make them get there. But when we start putting our judgment, our choices onto somebody else's life, that's when it's wrong. Okay, we can do what we want with our life to make us happy and our families happy, but we cannot put our choices onto anyone else. And once we let go of that need to control other people, and we let go of that need to control what other people think about us, what other people's opinions are, which is none of our business, that's their life, that's their journey, okay? And as long as they're not actually really hurting us, and remember, we have that choice over whether we allow somebody's behaviour to affect us or hurt us. That's our choice. So once we let that go, and sometimes we just need to do that logically, we just need to say outside, okay, well, that's their journey. They haven't learnt things in the same way that I've learnt them. They may have gone through different things in their life that they haven't come to terms with. Once we let go of that, we let go of this burden of trying to please everyone. We let go of this burden of trying to be liked by everyone, okay? Because once we're like that, we just focus on ourselves, and then we're just able to love ourselves, let go of all the crap that we've been carrying around, all that, the burden that we've been carrying around that doesn't benefit us anymore, okay? And that is the first thing. Stop worrying what anyone else thinks. It is not our business how anyone else lives their lives, and it is not our business what anyone else thinks about us. Just try that and see if you can get that freedom, that sense of not having to live up to our expectations that we're putting onto someone else. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does.